What's up? How are you?
What's going down?
I'm such a big fan. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm a fan of Backwoods.
Perfect. I've got a backwood right here.
Don't play with you.
You got a backwood?
Definitely got a backwood.
All right.
So I know what kind of backwoods I got. You ever seen it?
I like those.
There's me with my organic hemp papers.
I know.
Kudos.
Yeah, I don't know them.
Welcome to In My Feels. In My Feels is a vibe on thoughts, emotions, feelings on the inside. Create your whole outside exterior. So my question to you guys is, how are you feeling?
You first?
Well, you know, it depends. Whatever. I'm feeling great. I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I feel like a vacation at home.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It's I have a 5-month-old, so for me, I mean, I've been at home now for 3 weeks, and seeing I'm usually at work like as soon as she gets up, and I get home like when she's in bed, and it's really just the weekends I get with her. So I'm seeing so much like her growth and everything else. I know you have a daughter as well.
Yeah.
And that's another question I wanted to ask you, because even, you know, my upbringing and her upbringing are two different things. And I'm sure you can relate to that in terms of, you know, my mom was a single parent, you know, the full works, the Section 8 housing, all that type of stuff. And that's not my daughter's life. But I like who I am and who I've become. So I kind of somewhat struggle with that in terms of bringing your daughter up the right way, but still trying to give her everything that she deserves.
True.
How do you counterbalance that?
To be honest, to be 100% honest, I'm going somewhere I got better reception. So, to be honest, this is my first time doing it. So I think the way I'm doing it will be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't like put pressure on myself to probably try to think like, hey, what's the coolest, best way? I think being a parent and just being a father is the best way.
Absolutely.
I think the way you raise your child, I think all people are dope. But that's just my philosophy.
Absolutely. And I feel that's what I'm doing now. Even like, you know, from how I was brought up to how she is now. Like we went swimming in our pool the other day and I was like, holy shit. Like I love that for her, but I also love where I came from and trying to make her, you know, understand where I came from without, you know, opening up to too many of those type of scenarios, to be honest.
Yeah, but then you gotta ask yourself why.
Yeah.
As a parent, why do you want to do it? Why do you want your kid to know where you come from and feel like I used to be like that, but at the end of the day, I really don't even want my daughter to even know how I feel.
Yeah.
I just build the mind prepared for things in that field in life to be prepared for. Other than that, bro, like everybody.
Baby vibes. No babies for me right now.
I hope not, Noah.
I'm the godmama of his baby girls, so that's all I need right now.
Yeah, my daughter actually, she rock with you heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She at that age, man. You know, the 14. They like who's cool.
That's so cute.
When did you start doing music, Noah? Was it around
me?
That age? Yeah.
I got signed when I was 15, so I was around. I was almost her age. Yeah, I was a little older, but yeah, that was right when I got signed, and it was funny because I signed my deal, but I had like no music. I like had written music to show them, but like we just started clean as soon as I signed to the label, and I just started writing my songs, and I like came to them with an album that I wrote, but I just kind of like disregarded it, and then I just started rewriting stuff with Labyrinth and stuff like that, and that's whenever I found like my sound, and I wrote Make Me Cry and Again and all those songs.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, okay, so I have to ask you about my favorite video on the internet.
Which one?
You're on stage.
Oh, shit.
Do you know where I'm going?
Kind of do, but let me know.
There's a lady center stage left.
Oh yeah, the sign language.
And she's doing sign language, and you hop off the stage, and you're like, ooh, hey,
Yeah.
ooh. And you're going crazy with her. And that's my favorite video on the internet.
Yo, they be lit, yo. That community is lit as fuck. Only if like artists know how lit they be.
The way she was doing her hands and everything, she was lit.
It is fuck.
She was. So I was telling Lou, my favorite video on the internet is just how happy you were whenever you jumped stage to left and just started going crazy with her. It was so funny.
Yeah, she was lit though. I ain't gonna lie, you know, as artists, man, you just feed off the people that's there.
1000%.
Like people ask like, what's a dope show? Bro, your fans, bro. Like, I don't care what your stage set look like. If the people don't cheer, move, hype you up, it's not gonna be fun. It's gonna just feel like a job.
I know.
We hate jobs as artists. Like it's boring as fuck.
It's really fun. Like, you know, whenever I went and played, I just did my first festival in Dubai.
Oh, that's dope. Cool.
And Thug and MGK actually played there too with me. And where was I going at with this? What were we talking about?
Fans.
We're talking about the vibes.
Oh, the fans. Right, sorry. Thug and MGK were there and everything. And the energy in Dubai was so crazy that it was like, and in London, I go to London and I have my first show that I've ever done in London, my first like headline show. And like their energy was so insane. Like that's what gives, I feel like, a good show. It's like when they're not on their phones and they're like fucking jumping and just doing whatever the fuck and having a good time. And you know?
Yeah, that's like the festival vibes.
Yeah, festival vibes.
Definitely. That's to me, I think that's the highlight of all artists' career is the shows. Like,
for sure.
Man, that shit is just so dope. I ain't gonna lie, my daughter like, yo, y'all, like, I'm such like a manly man. Like my daughter listens to your stuff. It's like girl music, like so
girl music. Well, you listen to my EP coming out, and you tell me.
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm gonna have tears coming from your eyes.
You know who root for you, man? Mike will be like saying that you a fire ass artist. He the first person put me on.
I love Mike Will.
Yeah, that's like my brother. Like I remember he first like.
I love him forever. Yeah, he's amazing.
Then my daughter played. And I'm like, okay, she's definitely popping.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I love that.
Hey, you show love to my apparel company, Dro.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's what you don't even know. See, you locked in, man. See, I fuck with you. You don't even know it.
Yeah. Dro, a homie of mine in Nashville also there's a lot of Dro like in Nashville and stuff.
Oh
yeah. One of my sister's friends, Brandy, I forget his name, but yeah. He works with the brand and everything. That's
dope, man. You ill. Don't worry. One day, I think it's necessary that we do a collab. It'll be fine.
Done, and done.
I love that. And the funny thing is, I A&R know us, so we can actually make that happen.
Yeah, we can make
only on Zoom.
Yeah, we do everything together. We podcast. I babysit.
How you like podcasting?
He A&Rs, huh?
How you like podcasting?
You know what? I'm new to it. It's interesting because there's some days where there's people like you and people like Tyler Henry who I like know so much about. And so I have like all these loads of things that we can talk about where some people are just teaching me. And that's also another amazing thing is like, that's what's great about the podcast is like, we're learning so much new shit, but like, it's really cool to like, this is our first artist on the show. So it's fun for me to like be able to like relate and like feel everything that you're talking about. Cause like, it's
insightful though. It's helpful, man. I'm telling you, it's food for thought for you for an artist, especially like you in your career. But you it's like, man, you listen to artists that you actually like and you ask real questions and hear how they answer it. people don't understand like the questions that you have, how like impactful they are for your career.
Yeah.
And like for you, man, you just got like, you come from like a background of music, so Lord knows how you know how to play with your emotional instruments. So I would like to hear that.
Well, we're gonna make a record ASAP once quarantine is over. We're gonna do that.
You know what I think you'll be do a fire record with? You ever did beats with Marshmello?
I was actually, when Marshmello first started, I did a song with him called Chasing Colors, and I played with him at Coachella his first year.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just want you to promote that. Now, me saying that was a good setup for you, right? That was hey, but I'm just saying, like, I think like Marshmello and Southside got like collab beats. I like to do it on a beat when we do a record.
All right. Send them through. Lucan can connect us, and we can text beats back and forth and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be sick.
Done.
Done and done.
Let's keep going with the Zoom. Sorry.
No, absolutely. We love this. I mean, the reason why we started this kind of podcast was, you know, when I first came on board with Noah, it was a creative space where she can have an outlet, you know, and then go into the studio and write positively. You know, as artists, we always look at music and create with pain, but I'm trying to make artists understand that you can also create in happiness too, and it be just as successful as, you know, the emotive, the all that type. Because if it's you pushing it positively, regardless of what you're doing, any emotion behind any action is going to propel you. That's why artists are artists, because they emote more than the average person. So therefore, the more emotion they have, the more attractions and the intense interactions that they attract. And I'm trying to make people, understand these type of things, and to a point where even now, I time my manifestation. So, for example, if you think about someone you haven't spoke to in forever, and then they text you or they call you, that's an unresisted manifestation or a thought. So, and I time those.
I see where you're going with this.
You see what I'm saying? This is in my field. So again, I'm trying to make people understand the power that they have, you know. Again, I read all the religious texts. I'm not religious at all or any type. I'm pretty spiritual, and every religion taps into it. The only difference is it's written by men. And we know that, we could, I'm all about
religion. But religion was separated into 5 women.
Yeah.
Religions, they call it women.
Yeah.
I like that. Y'all probably got good conversation. You know, I always used to tell people like, yo, man, what it took you to fall in love? I'm like, bro, I never in my life. I got to stop saying that. I don't fall in love. That's like a spell. And they be like, yo, y'all relationship's so romantic. I'm like, that's a Rome way of thinking. It's romantic. Romance.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff as people, we don't know, we cast spells upon ourselves through words.
Yeah.
It's back to manifestation, like how you talking. You actually, your third eye won't fully be open and clear until you eat clean your gut.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And also, just so you know, all the weed you and I smoke blocks your third eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because like when I see documentaries and stuff, you see,
said that
for example,
my third eye was clogged up from like just all the smoke, and also like whenever like you were talking about why the show's called Men Are My Feels. Like when I met her, I was so depressed, and she was like, because like she was like, I can feel that depression, and it's clogging, it's drain, it's like literally just you're full of this negative energy. And it took me a few months, and Lou, I think you could agree that in the past 6 months, like I've completely 360'd,
Yeah, absolutely. But that's evolution. We look at, we came from newts, which is bullshit. Evolution is I'm not the same person as I was before we started this podcast. Or I'm, that's the difference. Evolution of, I'm not the same person 5 seconds before than I am now. That's evolution, and that's growth. And I feel like it depends on the reason why you're smoking. If you're smoking to escape something, then you're going to cloud your third eye anyway. If you're smoking just to reach a higher consciousness, then that's something completely different.
It was pretty interesting about like Noah, for instance, right? Noah, in fact, is like my daughter, for instance. No one knows how people like Noah is because unless you was her.
Yeah.
Meaning you was born under a spotlight.
Yep.
So I kind of understand it, but I don't, because my family wasn't like worldwide family, but we were so super hood families that you grew up with this certain kind of, you have to be like this. No, you got to do this. Yo, you can't mess with these people because it could hurt this. Or it's so many, like, before kids like that, like we never get the beauty first. We get, you know what I'm saying? We get hit with so much no's and don'ts and can'ts that everything feels so impossible, but at the same time you could do anything you want.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a weird mental mix that people actually put on people. But what I think that makes people like Noah and kids that actually grew up in that field and young adults, that when they surpass it and they actually figure out it's all bullshit, that's everybody's fears getting placed in your reality. That's when you blossom.
Yeah.
And
the awareness kicks in.
Yeah. So the fact that she said I'm coming out with a CD with so much pain is now that's like her entrance into like, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Like this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beauty. That's beautiful.
Sorry, no, go on.
I guess like sorry. I mean, since we're talking about like pain and like the music that I write, I have this song coming out on the EP called Young and Sad. And I wrote it in a way because I felt like people, tell me if you agree, people in music kind of started thinking that, or I'm not thinking, or I don't know, just thinking as if maybe this was becoming more of a trend than a topic, if that makes sense. I felt like the word sad was getting thrown around too much. I felt like the word anxiety was being thrown around too much with music. I felt like it was becoming, I felt like it wasn't it was like, oh, this is what people are writing about, so we're going to keep writing about it. And so what I wanted to do was, I was like, I've talked about my mental health. I want to write about my life now, like my world that I've lived through. You know, I have a song about tripping so hard that I came to the revelations that we need to take care of the planet and had this come to Jesus moment. I have a song where I blatantly call myself a liar for treating this one guy that was so nice to me. And I just wasn't reciprocating that, and I put so many real feelings into there, and I really let people know who I was in this one song, Young and Sad. This is coming out after the EP, yeah. Thank you. This song, Young and Sad. It's just about me growing up in the family that I grew up in, and the first verse is, you know, my whole life, people wanted to, including my family, wanted me in family photos, and they wanted me to take pictures, and I never wanted to take pictures because I had body dysmorphia at such a young age. And that all came from people on the internet that I didn't choose to come to my life, if that makes sense, because I was born in such a famous family, and then a sister who got blessed with an amazing career, but no one really respected the fact that I could have my own life. Regardless of my love for my family, I wanted to be separate. And regardless of if I make music, that's my music. And I never wanted to be compared or called Miley's little sister, because at this age now, I've had that for, let's say, 15 years now, or maybe 13 years if I was 7 when, I'm just guessing here, of me being your daughter's age and younger, and picture your daughter and someone coming up to her and saying, are you are you Waka Flocka's daughter?
Yeah.
Are you this? Are you that? Well, are you Hannah Montana's sister? Hannah Montana wasn't even a real person to me. And so, are you Miley Cyrus's sister? And when I was a kid, I'd look kids dead in the eye and I'd say no. because I didn't want that to be my identity, because it hurt my heart so bad. I love my family. I'm so proud of their success, and I wouldn't have the knowledge I have about music and about what I want to do without my family. But there were cons that came to being a 7-year-old and growing up, becoming 14. 14 is such a fragile age. And I remember me at 14 and 15 and 16, I those are really fragile ages, and people's opinions make impacts on you.
Yes.
Major impacts. And so when you're a young kid who feels stripped of their identity, and also feels like the world thinks that you're the ugliest person on earth, which is what everybody did to me as a kid, which fed the body dysmorphia, fed the depression, fed the anxiety, fed the fight or flight mode, where now I think not only us kids that grow up in famous families. I hate the word famous. That's why I didn't want to use that.
Let's go. Let's just say broadly known. Broadly known
families. Thank you. Broadly known families. It's not just them dealing with these problems anymore. People are seriously getting online bullied, and it's not just people who are what'd you say, broadly known, and it's becoming a different problem for people your daughter's age up and younger,
Yeah, but I got this thing, right? You actually gotta learn who you are as
1,000%.
And me being a father, like, I don't have no expectations for my daughter. And I say that with all the love and all the care, because if my daughter just want to go fucking work at Chick-fil-A, not trying to say it's a bad thing, but coming from being my daughter, that's not good technically. But if that makes her happy, to me, I'm more of a happiness kind of guy, because I had everything I ever wanted in the world and still was 25% happy. I felt greedy. I'm like, bro, I got money. Fuck this. This is not it. This is not who I was, because actually music actually stripped. Let me tell you what happened with people like us, famous people, is we never had the opportunity. Like, I don't know how it feels to be 20 and regular. Like,
me either.
20s to I'm 33 now. I don't even know how, 19, excuse me. I was 19. I don't even know how it felt, like, hang out and just, I wish I knew how I felt to turn 25 and have my birthday. So, like, I got stripped of that. So that's why now, when I got so far in music, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't even want to rap no more. I just want to live. Like,
I so relate to you in that way, like feeling stripped of everything, like there's so many pros and cons that come to our life, and what that gives. And
but you know what?
Music is a blessing.
Not to cut you off, no. I love talking to people like you and people in our field, because I think if we understood what we actually was getting into and knew the job description, I don't think we would have had that kind of impact. If we had people in our lives, even in people in your dad's life, that could have told him, hey, this is what this job come with. A lot of criticism, a lot of fuck yous, a lot of we don't know. Like, if we actually had like the blueprint, I think for us, it would have been nothing. But the fact that we had to learn it and experience and live through it at the same time, everybody watching you do it and everybody making up stories that can be more valid than yours. But we live lifestyles where if the truth is not organized, the lie is the truth. Sorry,
my dogs are going crazy in the background.
But man, this is good. We can go on and on. I don't know. Music is beautiful.
I'm outside dogs. Sorry. But yeah, I couldn't really agree with you more.
The dogs are play fighting.
What you just said.
But I think that's also the spiritual growth. I feel like if you now would have told yourself back then, it'd be a completely different scenario. And then and it boils down to, again, is you know, when musicians and artists emote and put their music on the line, they open themselves to judgment. But factually, if you look at comparisons, I feel like that's a big play. You know, it's whenever I'm working on Noah's stuff, everyone's always like, oh, you know, we need a song that sounds like this, or we need something that sounds like this. And I'm like, well, no, I'm looking for something that is Noah. That was Noah's creating it. It's my job then to pair her with people who are going to bring that out of her.
Yeah, because like I don't like being told what to do with my music.
No, you do not.
So I like to write my music, and I like to make sure my harmonies are loud, and I like to make sure I'm crazy about mixes and everything. So Lou and I are kind of like this team where we just kind of found my 2-3 people that I connect with, you know, for this project, and you know, then we see what goes forward. But like really, we just hunkered down with, I think this album, there's 4 people total. I feel like, I feel like with the EP.
But it boils down to the whole comparison vibe. You know, it's like if I had an item for sale, which could, you know, heal itself, manifest, bring everything into its life, the good, the bad, the things you don't want, the things you do want, and I was to sell that item right now, you'd be like, this item is priceless. And it's like, how many of us is there? There's one of us. Each one of us. There's only one. You're the most unique thing that exists in this whole entire universe. And this is what, you know, the conditioning of your upbringing and all these type of things, you almost have to be reborn again now and forget everything you've ever been taught. And just like, it's almost like watching my daughter now. She can manifest anything she wants like that because she has this innocence to her. But see, the thing is, her attraction is literally in the now. I'm hungry now. I need changing now. I'm tired now. If we can, as adults, get back to that, we could attract things in an instant. But the good and the bad things too. That's why we have to really focus on our emotions, and then again, action comes after thought and emotion. So we have to focus on our emotions so much that we have to, you know, again, I don't know if you meditate, if you, you know, do things to kind of take time out, or, you know, mind, as they call it.
I got a sauna in the steam room in the house.
Yeah. See, part of meditation.
Yeah. Like I look outside and it'd be green.
Yeah, see, that's amazing.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have my, I live off of, I'm not going to say where, but I have a view, and it's like saves my life. I swear.
I love the wild.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm a nature.
See, we are creatures of nature. You know, that just as you see the dirt on the floor, we're from that. We're from everything you see on earth. We are a part of it. We're all connected. We're all one. We're all, you know, we've been reborn in this life many, many times. And the reason why we come back is to feel physical things. It's to feel love. It's to feel pain. It's to feel hurt. It's to feel all these things. The difference is we fight against it. We don't embrace it. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to feel good too. It's okay to feel anything. And the stresses and the anxieties. I don't know how you know, deal with stresses and anxieties and stuff, but
I don't do that. I don't believe in stress.
Oh yeah, see,
I don't believe in anxiety. I don't believe in none of that.
Yeah. But see, it's self-created because we create it because we're too busy living in the past, or we're living in the future. But the past and the future exist now. They can't be.
Yeah, I live in the now.
Yeah.
I only live in the now.
Yeah.
Future's now.
Because that's what exists.
Yeah.
Let me quote Billy Ray Cyrus here. The past does not equal the future. The future is now. That's what he always says.
One time pops.
Huh?
It's funny. We live in the future right now. And people actually talking like, hey, when in the future, I'm like, bro, you know we living in it right now.
Yeah. You know, as well as like, for example, another vibe, you know, parallel universes and stuff. So for example, if you wasn't doing music, like, I don't know what you thought about doing other things, or that if you project enough energy to it, there's another you living as that person. Right. Yeah. So for example, if you, oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm a Capricorn, same as Noah. My stepdad's a Gemini.
I got to do a lot of shit.
Yep. But you can tap into, if you're with your awareness of, say, for example, there's probably another me, you know, I'm a qualified electrician by trade. and I put enough energy into that. So there's
Really?
enough me. Yeah, literally.
Can you come change my light bulbs, please?
I don't do that shit anymore. I got electrocuted once, and I'm like, I'm out. This shit is too painful.
These my light bulbs are very like fluorescent. I want them more yellow.
You just have to change the bulb to warm whites.
Well, you're the electrician. They're the type you can't screw out. I tried. They're like flat in the thing. I can't get it.
You have to change the whole component.
Yeah.
You know, another thing too is because I've been trying to like study manifestations to a T, and you know why things come to us with some people who aren't even attracting that, but it's the people around you too. You know what's super powerful is expectation. It's like Bill Gates was on Oprah, and Oprah was talking about, you know, to Bill Gates, how much is a loaf of bread? How much is a pint of milk? And he didn't know, because his expectation in his life isn't that. He could probably tell you how much a yacht costs, or how much, you know, a house in Bel Air or whatever. So if we can get our expectations to match up with our beliefs and to match up with our emotions and our actions, we'll be an unstoppable force. But, you know, again, it's the awareness and being aware of who we are. Because if I was to say to you guys, you know, experience, and, you know, who are we? And, you know, I've asked this question to so many people, and they're like, and they write down their name. And I'm like, so you're those letters on a page, you know, or I'm a man, I'm this, I'm that. So you define yourself as that. But that's not who you are. And that's not who we are. And that's kind of the creativeness I bring with Noah and the music. And this is why we do this podcast, is to bring awareness to creativity and to people who we'd never normally have conversations with.
I know one thing. I came out my mother's ussy, and I swung in my daddy's nuts. I know that. I know one thing is one God.
What'd you say?
I said, I know I came out my mother's ussy and swam in my daddy's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should read this book, Seth Speaks, and he speaks about that exact process and how, you know, us before we're born and how we get into that process and how we nurture that process, not in physical form. It's mad.
Yeah.
Seth Speaks is basically a book where this entity speaks through this woman, and her husband writes down everything they say from 1962. And the reason why I know it's real is because there's another book, Matthew D. Walker, he's a sleep scientist. And he studies sleep now and the importance of sleep. If you don't sleep, you're pretty much finished. Literally.
Can you introduce me to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't slept since 2005. Easy.
I mean, it's like your whole body regenerates when you sleep. There's a chemical that gets released to stop you acting out your dreams, right? And this is a guy who studies it the last couple of years. And the Seth Speak book mentions it from 1962, but does it in a spiritual sense, not a scientific sense. So there's little pinpoints that you can pick up on. I mean, there's some amazing shit out there.
Hey, man, text me those books, please.
Hell yeah, I'll do it.
On Instagram.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I got one for you too. I'll send you one whenever I get your number.
I got books for y'all as well.
Please. So many. There's another one as well called the Surrender Experiment, which is phenomenal, which is basically, it's almost like if the wind was blowing, throw yourself at it, surrender. And that's what we have to do with life. And this guy basically does a surrender experiment for everything in his life. And he becomes like from meditating in a hut to like a multi-gazillionaire because he surrendered to every single opportunity that came to him. So, you know, like the software, when you go into your, to the doctor and then they do all the insurances and all that shit and it gets billed back to the insurance and then to you, he made that software. And he never was a software programmer. He literally walked in because he surrendered to it. So for example, Jesus surrendered, you know, Prophet Muhammad surrendered, Buddha surrendered to anything that ever happened to him. They were on this universal line.
I did that. You're right.
There you go.
You're 100%. You're 100% right. Yeah. Without even reading the book, I did that.
Yeah, so we have to surrender.
Who's usually right?
No, I mean, there's no right or wrong. I mean, to be honest, these are just opinions, but, you know.
Right and wrong don't exist.
Yeah, it just is.
It is.
It just is.
It just is.
That's real. That's real. That's real shit.
You know what, as well, your Instagram is quite, there's a lot of philosophy in there. Where does that come from?
Shit, my soul.
Then I should introduce you to Billy Ray.
It'd be interesting. You know, with me, Noah, I actually, like, you don't understand people until you know their motive. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, your dad is a woke motherfucker. Like, trust me. I pay attention to a lot of people, but sometimes, man, I like protecting my energy, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, yeah, I can see that you on that train.
Yeah, but see, if you, for example, like I walk to my car and I get in my car and I say to myself, I'm safe. You know, I say to myself that like my whole universe is safe. I cannot attract any danger to me because I factually know expectation wise that I'm safe because that's the energy I put out. The people I attract. So, for example, the conversations we're having now, everyone understands what I'm talking about because I don't attract people who don't understand what I'm saying or the universal vibes and I like the way you just said that. You know, we have to feel safe in our environments for us to actually be safe.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't feel, because I mean, I grew up in, in Hackney in London, which was not a nice area. I lived on a road called Murder Mile because people would get murdered on that street. And growing up as a teenager, you're getting knives pushed into your back. You're getting.
What side of London that is?
Hackney, Northeast.
Northeast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot a video over there.
Yeah, so it's like, but I attracted all that when I was younger because you were scared. You weren't scared, but you understood what walking down that street could attract. And therefore, you would attract it. So now I'm in a position now where I don't put out those energies. I'm not surrounded by that type of stuff. I'm surrounded by people who I want to be around, and I attract people vice versa.
Now you are surrounded by them. You just don't know the face. It's a mental thing.
But see, if you don't believe it won't be there. Factually, it's almost like growing with love, right? It's like growing with love. It's if a lot of people who have problems in their relationships is because you have to grow with your partner. So if you're even like family members, for example, there may be some family that you don't get along with because your energy is changed from them, and it's a magnet. So you're repelling energy. The only way you're linked is because of the family name. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's like attracts like. So you put out a certain frequency, you're going to attract a certain frequency. Waka as well. What I like how your name came up. How did you get the name?
Yeah,
Waka
how
Flocka
did you get
Flame?
the name?
The people.
Yeah.
Actually, fans actually gave me this name.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Damn, that was my downfall.
Do people keep calling you too?
Yeah, like everyone.
Oh, I know my attorney's calling me. I'm like, I'm on a podcast.
Man, motherfucker, don't call.
Is that what that is when it goes off?
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason
my shit's on do not disturb.
The reason I didn't do this yesterday, mine is too, but the reason I did this yesterday is I'm not very computer. I can't really. So my friend, I have one, but I just click Safari, Netflix, turn it off. So like I have like a ton of tape over my camera. And I was like, I'm not fucking up my tape over my camera right now and like ripping my camera off. And Brian, my best friend, was here yesterday because he just went back to his house to go grab something. We've quarantined together for the past 17 days. And he took his fucking computer with him. So I couldn't use his computer, so I'm using my bum-ass phone. And now, like, everyone and their mom and cousins are calling me when I'm just trying to talk to Lou and Waka.
That's the way it is. I mean, I want to talk about.
Hey, I got something for you, Noah.
Go on.
I got something that's so powerful for you in your career.
I need it.
God, so powerful.
I need it.
What if I say, right? Just listen to you talk, all right? You know how you sound, I'm free spirit on this. What if I say, right? I could make a beat out of any sounds that you want.
Okay.
But quicker than you can count to 50.
Okay.
I think it'd be dope. Like, you saw you say you write songs?
Wait, are you saying you are wanting to do this?
Yeah.
Like literally make a beat by the time I count to 50?
I could make 100 beats in like 2 minutes.
Okay, let's do it. Dude, we'll go on lockdown.
It's deep though. It's actually, it could be actually a fire business play for you. But I don't know if you fuck with that, but yo, I think I got some shit. Like, I don't think, I call it like the disruption in production. Like, what I'm talking about is I would never in my life need a producer again.
That sounds like a podcast title.
Huh?
That sounds like the title of your new podcast, bro.
I guess. But look, I'm telling you, I figured the way out past like producers. I figured it out.
Okay, let's do it, bro.
But you know, you always gonna want to get beats from other people. But I can make a fucking Mozart beat. I can make a 1970s beat. I can make a doo-doo-doo. I can make a rock beat. I can make anything.
Bro, let's just like get in and like go crazy. I'm ready.
Nah, but what I'm telling you is I can make you the producer. Like, you don't need no one. Like this, what I'm talking. Listen to what I'm telling you. No, I promise to God I could like literally.
I can't use a computer, bro. You gotta teach me how to use the computer.
Do you not play Candy Crush?
No.
Do you not play like Tetris?
No, I only play Flappy Bird and
it's over.
Temple
Hey,
Temple
Flappy.
Run.
Those are more technical than how to make beats.
Okay.
Like this is so easy. My 4-year-old, 3-year-old niece can make it.
Damn. Okay. Are you gonna give me lessons?
Definitely. When this Corona shit over, I want to just send like the crew. Like it's not even the crew. It's like too smart.
Because I'm actually setting a studio up in my house, so that'll be perfect.
This is like, oh my God. I probably got like 100 beats that we like pre-made just to like fuck around. Like, but yeah.
That's dope. That's sick.
So
I just had my friend make me some beats because I want to write a song called Hometown, just because like I'm not able to get to my hometown right now, and I feel really trapped, and like
that's hard.
Like it's just really hard to not be able to reach your hometown because like my family's there, but also my mom and my grandma's here, so I also really can't get on a plane, and I can't go see my dad who can't come to LA, and there's all this stuff. So I just like I had my friend make a beat. I was like, I want to call it Hometown, so whatever speaks to you. So I don't even know what the beat is. I'm just gonna like write to it and go.
See, I wish I could be like as an artist. I wish I was like creatively like, man, that's kind of music I would love to make.
Like, you can do it, man. Why not?
Because it's not a passion for me.
Oh, yeah.
For my passion is just the party. I will fucking love to talk about like one another. But I love having like conversations like this about it. Some people could musically do it, but I could just like rage.
Mm-hmm.
Like music for me is to rage.
Yep.
Like if I want to like
who's your favorite artist
of all time?
I know I hate when people ask me that question, but I thought I'd shoot my shot.
I'll say
you can name three.
I'm more of like
that's what I usually do.
I'm more of like a how I feel kind of person. It's who I listen to.
You literally answered my questions to all my interviews, and then I'll like name 3 people. That's so funny.
Yep.
That's so funny. Yeah.
But if we talking hip hop wise, it's DMX, Nas, and Tupac. If I'm talking like R&B, I fucking like Boyz II Men, Drew Hill. Fucking this. If we talking like pop, I grew up like an NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. If we talking death metal, I like Lamb of God.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different.
I love that you're like a fan of kind of everything.
Yeah, if we I listen to your dad's shit, to be real. Like I just like music.
That's awesome.
I'm a vibey guy.
I really think you guys would get along. I think you, me, Lou, and Billy Ray in a room would be the most amazing hangout ever.
That's different.
All passing a joint.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here.
I just want to touch up on the PETA campaign. Waka. I feel like that was such a dope vibe.
Was it? Man, you should see. I was in a room full of girls, ass naked. Like, that was fire.
Like but it's genius. It wasn't done before. Like you just, I mean,
you know what else?
It came from nowhere.
I did that for one reason.
What was the campaign?
PETA. I didn't go for me.
I work with PETA.
Yeah.
I did it because I wanted people to know how strong I felt about my ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I will go to what y'all call the most embarrassing moment and still be myself and be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the time, I was like big as fuck. I was like 295 pounds then.
What?
But that's
really?
what I mean. Like
I was fat as fuck. Like, yeah.
I feel like the whole point in life is that, not to take yourself too seriously. Like, we take things so seriously. Like, none of this shit is actually that deep. I mean, if you think about it, we make music. Like, if someone said that we can make money from this shit, I wouldn't believe them when I was growing up. I wouldn't know. I mean,
Bro,
so
my brother committed suicide. My little brother.
Oh,
it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Nothing in the world is that deep, bro. That's the realest shit you could have ever said.
Yeah. One of my brother's best friend, when he was 16, committed suicide. And whenever he'd come over to our house, he would always stay in my bed, and then I'd go down in my little brother's bed. So when he died, it affected me massively. And I would have dreams about him, of him crying to me, telling me he made a mistake, like he shouldn't have done that shit. And it came from nowhere. It wasn't even like anyone was.
Lou, that was real.
Yeah, because I mean, back then, especially for our generation, we couldn't talk about like we had anxieties, we had depression, but it wasn't a conversation. It just was everyday life. Everybody had it. So it never was a topic of conversation. So I know exactly how you feel, and and it's, I mean, when you read these books, the Seth Speaks books and all these, Abraham Hicks, they say, when that happens, it's the soul entity pulling back their physical form, and they've had enough in this life, and they want to go back to their non-physical form lives. We just, as humans, like if birth is life, there's no opposite. We as humans, like the beginning and the end, but it doesn't exist. If birth is life, death is life too. It's the whole reincarnation. That shit is real. So, and it affected me so much, and I was mad at him for so long because no one knew what the fuck was going on. And he wrote like a little note that just didn't make sense to anyone. Don't
you hate that shit?
Yeah, like it left more questions than answers. If you would have left nothing, then it would have been like, oh shit, okay. But he wrote a note, and it didn't mention any of the shit of why he would actually do what he did.
But because, man, you know what? Like my situation, man, my little brother was going blind. And he actually lived with what Noah was saying. He didn't want to be like Waka Flocka's little brother or Deborah's son. Or that's a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
And the same token, you losing your eyesight. So, like, you never know, man. Like for me, nothing in the world is too serious no more. I live that serious lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels, and motherfucker, you gotta have fucking bazookas and bulletproof vests on. Yeah. But I'm not gonna brag about it in rap. I'm not gonna be around.
Is that your alarm or my alarm going off?
That's my fucking alarm.
Okay, because I have the same alarm system, so I was just like, where is that coming from? Which door is opening? I swear, I was like, what?
Bro, I just got some doors fixed, and randomly when it's get windy, the alarms start tripping. We thought ghosts was in my house. I started doing like the heat shit.
I have ghosts in my house.
Burning some sage.
Oh, why don't you buy the buy the heat thermometer? Fuck, I forgot what it was.
Oh, like in Ghost Hunters?
Yeah, you could buy it off Amazon.
Oh shit! See, what I'm gonna do is, Waka, I'll send you some of our episodes because we have mediums come on too. Yeah. Like we had medical mediums.
Tyler Henry.
Tyler Henry. Why do I sound like that?
He has a show on E. He's a medium. He's amazing. He was on our show yesterday. You should watch his show. I mean, if you're hungry down, just like watching TV, like throw on Tyler Henry on like Amazon or some shit. I'm gonna go put that on. As literally, I swear, I watched it all day yesterday, and I'm gonna watch it all day today.
We
Also,
we have this medical medium.
Long Island medium.
Yeah. Oh, Long Island
She's
medium.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's on TLC. We should have Teresa on the show.
I want to see that.
Yeah, you should come on too. I mean, medical medium is another guy we had on, and his spirit or entity or whatever speaks to him purely about medical issues with people. So he'll read you and tell you what's wrong with you.
Word of advice: drink celery juice.
Celery juice.
That's he's just celery juice.
Celery juice will fix everything.
I swear, if he could sprinkle magical celery juice on you, he would. That's what it feels like when he walks in.
Hell no.
Celery juice. And I actually started drinking celery juice after I
know what I'll tell you?
I don't do it as frequently as I should. I saw Lou's face, and I feel like you were gonna call me out on that. But
yes,
I actually feel like it's helped my skin so much. And really, I don't know why, but all of a sudden my skin's feeling better. I'm feeling better. I can't read that small.
Tonic juice to purify the blood.
Yeah.
What was that?
All it's doing is purifying your blood and taking impurities out. So you detoxifying yourself. Yeah. So if you see your skin, for instance, I had acne. And I had acne because I drank a lot of pop. I ate a lot of candy, and that's it's burning your skin. It's actually
hormones.
The toxins is coming out of you. So when you stop eating like that and drink more water and put the pluses in your body, you start seeing it in your skin instantly.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
You start looking like life again. Yeah, all right. It was all experience, Noah. Fuck it. It ain't that serious.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's all an experience. It's your experience. Can't nobody tell your world ain't perfect. It's impossible.
Dude, I love you. You're great. Your energy is amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to hang out and work with you.
No, that's the truth. You know why? I'm telling you, man, you gotta protect your energy, man. I swear to God. And it could sound corny as fuck, but it's real as hell on another note. You have to protect your energy. You have to.
Yeah.
You have, because the older you get, the more you start realizing all the shit that you thought was problem was basically a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody, I was like, yo, bro, I'm at an age to where all my enemies became lessons and all my L's became lessons. Everything would start becoming lessons. When you get to a certain age, you be like, what the fuck? I don't even care about that.
Yeah.
And you could be that person now.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I practice too is anyone who I feel makes me feel a certain way about myself, I don't hang out with them.
Hell no, at all.
No, not 1%. And then it starts building, and then you look around, you're like, I actually love everyone that's around me, and then it keeps you in that space. The minute someone doesn't, then they have to go.
Hey, check this, y'all. I remember both of y'all probably did this too. I got to a point in my life where I feel like I call it the dark era. But everything just was black and pitch black. No matter how much fun I was having, my insides was weak, plain, empty, just dark. So, and I asked God, I'm like, the creator, the most high, or whoever, the universe. I start asking, it's still one person, one whatever. I start asking, I say, oh man, I said, please, man, just let a nigga be happy. That was my exact word. Because how I talk be regular. I don't be like, hey, Father God, but hey, my nigga, look, get everybody out of my life, please. I start talking to in conversation. Because I think the real shit come to you when you speak real.
Mm-hmm.
When
you live your truth.
When you talk, you're talking from your heart. So only you know exactly how you truly feel. So the words can be, you know what I'm saying? It could be whatever it takes to connect you to what you're trying to get your point across on. And for me, I was like, yo, man, get everybody away from me. I don't give a fuck if it's people I love. Hey, man, so help me God, man. I start feeling like I was losing friends.
Yeah.
But I had to go back and think to myself, yo, I asked for this shit. And I remember it's dreams and shit was telling me, man, you ain't gonna like how this shit go in. And Lord knows, man, I ain't got half the motherfuckers I had around me. But then when they got away from me, I start seeing how happy and full I start feeling. I start learning that these people that I thought I loved was taking so much out of me that I ain't have enough for myself.
Yeah. because your energy was growing. And it was repelling. The magnet was repelling.
Exactly. And money had a big factor to do with it as well.
Yeah.
Because I thought money was the key to everybody's happiness. So I figured out money was just a tool and a bridge.
Yep.
I can take from one happy place to another, but it's never.
Everyone's always like, money doesn't bring happiness. It's because you're not happy before you have the money, so you're not going to be happy after it. If you can get yourself into a space where you're happy before it, then everything else, again, like we know, especially when you get to like our age, like I don't have to think about the things that I want anymore. I just have to focus on the happiness because I already know what's instilled in me that makes me happy. So all I have to focus on is the happiness, and the shit comes with it. The great shit comes with it because I already know what makes me happy.
I found happiness in music.
Yeah.
Me too.
But not rap music.
No.
You know what it was on? Electric music.
Really?
I started getting into festivals like in 2012.
Yeah.
And I was only rapping from 2008. Like I was already done. 2012, I was done with hip hop. Like the 13th, I was like, I'm over this. But when I started learning like electronic music, I heard mashups with your pops and like mashups, real hard fire shit that had you fucking just going for an hour, and you be like, what the fuck was I just doing? Like it was fun. Like when I got into like electronic music, I swear to God, bro, it put so much confidence in me because I think the frequency of the music was so high and happy that it created a happy person in me. Yeah. It actually rose me as a person up, and not this alter ego that took over who I was.
Yeah.
Because an artist is nothing but an alter ego. It's like Clark Kent, and before you go in the phone booth, he don't live as Superman outside that phone booth, and that's our problem. Like people want to bring our celebrity to our home.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
1,000%. And I think also people forget publicly that at the end of the day, after we get off stage or whatever the fuck we're doing to entertain, we go home and we go back to our normal life that we live exactly like them. Do you want to know the number one question that irritates me the most that I get asked? What was it like growing up in the Cyrus family household? I always want to say, what does that mean? Because I don't know. It was a normal family to me. Like you look at me as not normal, but you're forgetting I am a human being. I went home and my mom made me a bowl of cereal for dinner. Like that's what fucking living at my house was like. Like, like we fucking ordered Domino's. Like we weren't like I don't really know what that question is supposed to mean. Like what and so it's just like people forget that at the end of the day we come home and we have our family and we have our friends and our other friends and our other friends and our real life.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you fucking right.
And as real as I am in my music, there's that boundary where people forget that you're a real person. You know what I mean? Like the other day I was on live and the things people were saying were out of this world. And I paused for a second and I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck about what you guys are saying. It's the fact that you're saying it because, first of all, none of y'all would say this to my face. Second of all, if it was anybody else, this can really harm people. Like, and when I was young, that shit really fucked me up, you know? So like, I just feel like with the internet and shit, like that part just fucks me up because they forget you have like a real human heart, you know?
Nah, they go in. Man, I'm cold. Like
that's why we have to rise above it and educate and understand that the people that project those type of things that's the way they're feeling about themselves. It's nothing to do with you. And it's almost like I have a saying, other people's opinions of you is not your business.
Man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Yo, if you don't know me, I don't give a fuck what your opinion is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I swear to God,
and that's how we have to maintain.
People get on internet right like, yo, you a whack ass rapper and this and I remember people said that, and I actually was like, you know something? I am a whack rapper. And this is what whack rappers get. We get nice homes, beautiful lives, Frenchies, cool friends. You know what I'm saying?
Friendships.
Like we control our vibe. And I actually, it's like anger. Like I had so much fucking anger in me as a kid.
Me too.
To the point where like you would think I worshiped Lucifer the way I was fucking crazy. But I started finding out that wasn't a bad thing. I had to learn how to turn the knob on it.
Yeah, channel it.
So if I start thinking yin and yang, so I'm like, yo, what is the good side on anger? And that's when I met music and started, you know what I'm saying, building those frustrations out. It takes us to learn it ourselves. Nobody knows you better than you. The only time somebody know you better than yourself is when you start listening to what they fucking opinions.
Yeah.
Like, I like advice and everything, but advice is nothing but words on a board. If I don't connect to that shit, I'm not gonna read that sentence.
Yeah.
But I like that paragraph. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you cannot live for nobody's expectations. Man, expectations is the killer of all dreams. All of them. Like when I first rapped, I remember before I put a CD out, I said I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, on some real shit, my dad used to tell me that all the time.
Nice,
like,
real shit.
Real shit. Like he would low-key be joking, but he would be like, I can't remember the joke he would say, but he would basically be like, you can dream, but don't dream as like far enough where you can't reach, or like some shit like that. I don't know. Like he would always say that to me. He was like,
That's real.
And it was some real shit. He was like, and he's always told me, he's like, no, life's a jip and then you die. And I'm like, okay. Do you guys know what the word jip means? Because my dad made it up, I think.
A jit? A little jit?
J-I-P.
Oh, no, that's
jip.
Oh, you're a little jip.
To me, when you jip someone, it means you're ripping them off.
Okay, you're the only person that I've ever, other than my family members, have ever known what a jip is. All my friends are like, what's a jip?
Yeah, don't be a jip.
Do you not know what a jip is?
Yeah, because I've seen how you use it, so I
but like you wouldn't really hear that. And my dad said that my entire life. Like anything go
that's
wrong,
a good connection, though.
Like bloody knee, fell off my bike, he clean it off, kiss it. Well, no, life's a jip and then you die.
Yeah.
You know, he took the seriousness out of it, though.
Yeah.
He took the fear out of it. See, he taught you, that's a good father. You know what I'm saying? He taught you more than one lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my dad has taught me beyond. He's such a powerful guy. He's really like my bond with my dad is crazy.
And I feel like now, especially as we're all growing, you know, I realize, you know, I'm no longer a product of my environment. My environment is a product of me.
That was beautiful.
You know,
you should write a song.
Yeah. I don't know how I would word it or melodically, but I'll leave that to you guys.
You have to give me and Waka cred though, because we were on the FaceTime.
Oh, you know, write a word, get a third, bro. I'm in. But I mean, I just want to appreciate, you know, both you guys, and, you know, Noah's amazing, and Waka, you brought so much, you know, struck these conversations that we normally wouldn't have. And this is the whole premise of In My Fields, and I can't thank you enough for taking your time. Seriously.
I want to say, honestly, talking to you, artist to artist, has been so inspiring. Like, I haven't had a conversation like this, like deep like this with another artist, and I really, really needed to hear this from somebody else. And like, this was really dope, and I can't wait for us. There's my goddaughter, hi, Frank.
She's just woken up from a nap.
I honestly can't wait for us to be able to kick it and make music, because you're just
a little Gerber baby.
I know.
Freya.
Say hello.
Freya, I have your pink Louis bag here at home.
There we go. See?
I need to bring you your purse.
Raising her right.
Raising her right.
The expectation, you know.
Lou, whenever he told me he was expecting a baby, I ordered a car seat.
That's fire.
And I will probably never need to use it, but just in case.
I know. We barely use our car now. We're just like at home.
I was like, order.
Yeah.
So y'all, what both of y'all at right now?
LA.
LA, I'm at home. He's at home.
So y'all stuck in the house?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say stuck because like
you could go out.
Yeah, I mean, like we walk in our area, we have a backyard where it's actually it's nice. I mean, I know shit is happening outside and there's so much stuff going on, and but in terms of in LA, I feel like we're in a bubble. Everything's so spaced out, so we have space to to maneuver or to breathe and to not that we are going out, but I'm enjoying the family time, the quality time I'm spending with my wife and daughter.
Hey, let me give y'all some good news about this corona thing. Because they plunder us with a bunch of bad news. The good news is scientists actually seen the globe on a scope, and it looks clearer than ever. If you actually go outside now and smell the air, it smells clean.
Yeah. Well, you see in the Venice canals, the dolphins are back.
I have deer in my neighborhood all the time now. From my backyard, there's just deer.
The skies everywhere. Are super clear at night. You can see the stars. But that's the power of nature.
It's detoxing, man.
Yeah, it really is.
You gotta let Mother Earth detox, man. You gotta let her.
Wow.
I mean, I could go on forever. I mean, it's this whole reincarnational thing of
Yeah. Hey, look, because I know you just kind of got, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little. If you follow the universe, it's actually at its time of like what they call a female cycling. She's at that time of the month.
Yeah.
Like Earth, it's going with global warming. This, all that is part of the detox.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we get off of here, I'm gonna DM you so you have my number, and I'm gonna send you a song I wrote about the universe. And then also my newest song is about Mother Nature and all of the elements of nature.
You should send him the other one too, Noah. End of Everything.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. The one about.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's amazing.
End of Everything. You'll really fuck with it. It's just about everything we've really talked about.
Oh, that's fine. Hell yeah, I'm in on that because I got some reading to do tonight. I'm into finance. I'm into financial literacy right now. Like, I figured out ways. Like, just for me to y'all, insurance is everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charlie,
Bitcoin too. Get some Bitcoin.
I've been at
that.
Dude, you're so dope. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe, everybody.
Thank you.